Welcome to Francis Xavier Academy of Neil Grace. We are introducing UGC Net class in the subject of Library and Information Science. In the Library and Information Science, Net syllabus has 10 units. Each and every unit has 10 subdivisions. In the first unit, that is 10 subdivisions are there. So we are going to see one by one. In the first unit, as I told you, 10 subdivisions. The first subdivision is data, information, knowledge, and wisdom. So these are all the 10 subdivisions ending with National Knowledge Commission, National Mission on Libraries. Let us see one by one. Data, information, knowledge, and wisdom. This data, information, knowledge, and wisdom, from the name you can understand that it is something related to mind. These are all the product of mind. So it is arranged in a different way. At the end, or it terminates with wisdom. Wisdom is the greatest. So let us see one by one. First, let us start with the data. The word data is a Latin word. It is a Latin word. It has been originated from Latin. It means anything that is given. Something it is given. So data is something which can be given and received. So we can understand that. In sum, the term includes facts, figures, letters, symbols, words, charts, and graphs, whatever it may be. All this represents an idea or a condition or an object. So data is something, an information. We can understand that is an information, and it can be in any form. That it can be in the form of a fact, or it can be a number, it can be just a letter which conveys some meaning, and it can be a symbol or whatever it may be. Data is an information. Webster's third New International Dictionary has given a definition. Let us see what definition it has given. So see the definition. Something given or admitted facts or principles granted or presented that upon which an interference or argument is based, or from which an ideal system of any sort is constructed. In simple, so the same definition has been given in simple words. Data is a unit of fact and a raw material of information. So it is derived by observation and experience. See, the definition, Webster's definition, has been given in a simple form. So what you have to understand, as I told you, data is a information. Data is a fact. Data is a fact. Fact is in the form of an information. And the last line, it is derived by observation and experience. What do you mean by observation? Observation means that you have watched or noticed or perceived something attentively. That can be called as an observation. So that is observation. Then what do you mean by experiences? Experience in the sense that you have understood by knowledge. Something that we understand by understood by knowledge or skills from doing something. So that is called experience. And by nature, data can be quantitative or qualitative. What do you mean by quantitative and qualitative? Quantitative data are numerical, qualitative data are descriptive. Let me explain what it is quantitative. So data can be quantitative and qualitative. This is very important. In UGC, the concept understanding is very important. So quantitative means it is related to amount that can be measured. Something we can measure, liters, 2 liters, 3 liters, 10 kg, 50 kg. So it is something we can measure. So it is measurable. So data can be measured. That is very important here, that data can be measured. And then the next thing is characteristics. What are the properties of data? Let us see. When we see the properties of data, definitely we can understand what it is. So nearly 5 properties are given here. With this, we can understand that. So with this, we can understand. The first property. The first property is amendability to use. First property is amendability to use. What do you mean by amendability? Amendability to use. Data must be, amenability. Amenability to use. Amendable is different from amenable. Amenability to use. Data must be amenable. Amenability to use. Data must be amenable to use. They use may differ with the context. Amenability means it is something showing willingness to agree or to accept something that is wanted. Amenability means willingness to accept something. The second property of data is clarity. Clarity, data should be necessarily display clarity. The clarity in the sense it should have a quality of being clear, or it should be easy to understand. So it should be in that form. The data should be in an understandable medium. The next one is accuracy. Accuracy, what do you mean by accuracy? Accuracy is a state. We use the term accuracy in measurements and all. So accuracy means a state or quality of being correct or precise, exact, perfect, accurate. We used to say that accurate reading in measurements and all. When we stitch a cloth, we used to take accurate measurement. The next one is essence. Essence means the basic or most important quality of something. So data should be compressed and refined. Only by the refined data can present the essence of value. So essence is the entire quality outlook. So you have to by heart like this: properties of data in the sense amendability, clarity, accuracy, essence. That's enough. The next, let us move on to the next product of mind, that's information. The word information is derived from the Latin word forma and formatio. Both the words convey the notion of giving shape to something and of the forming a pattern. Information is the processed data organized and organized and presented by someone. So the data becomes information. Data become information only when it is put together. Somebody has to collect it. We have to process it and we have to interpret whether it is right or wrong. And we have to present it in the pattern or communicated to someone in an organized way. Otherwise, if we are not able to follow the following pattern, then definitely it will not have meaning. It will become meaningless. The data cannot convey information. So information is the knowledge about a particular fact or a subject or a event. Anything. It can be anything, and It should be, and it is something a communicable form. It should be in the communicable form. Others have to understand it. So that next we have to, let me give an definition of A.J. Evans. Evans says that information is a sensible statement, opinion, or fact, or concept, or idea, or an association of statement, opinion, or ideas that is closely associated with knowledge in that once information has been assimilated, correlated, and understood, it became a knowledge. So when information becomes a knowledge, I told you how data becomes information. Now I tell you how information becomes knowledge. Only when it has been assimilated and correlated and understood, it becomes knowledge. If we are not able to understand an information, how it becomes knowledge? We will discard it. We will avoid it. So that is the fact that we have to understand here. Okay, let us pass on to the next product of mind. That's the word knowledge. Word knowledge means and word knowledge means assured belief or that which is known. So which is known. It is an information read, heard, or seen and understood. Knowledge means something which we experience through observation. So Webster's new international dictionary, English dictionary gives defines knowledge in this form. That's familiarity gained by actual experience, practical skill, technical acquaintance. That's knowledge. So another thing has just been given. The state of being aware of something or of processing information, hence scope of information. So knowledge can be viewed in the terms of the following. Knowledge is a structured or organized information. Knowledge is created and modified by new informations. So knowledge can be modified. We can extend knowledge. We can earn knowledge. So when information is applied by people, it becomes knowledge. Knowledge is universally regarded. It is universally accepted. The next thing is the characteristics of knowledge. So it is dynamic. It is growing. It is it is important characteristics. It is growing. Knowledge can be dynamic, ever growing and continuing. It is contained in the subjective realm. Subjective realm is a characteristic feature of knowledge. What do you mean by subjective realm? Subjective realm, subjectivity in the sense influenced or based on a personal belief or feelings rather than facts. I believe, I believe this tree can fetch, this mango tree can give mangoes. So that's my belief. The mango tree which I have planted in my garden will give mangoes next year. This much of mangoes or that much of mangoes. That is my belief. So this is an example of a subjective law. So the next thing is that it is structured. The knowledge should be structured and coherent and often of enduring significance. What do you mean by coherent? Coherent means the quality of being logical. So it should be, the knowledge should be logical. If it is logical and consistent, then only we can call it as a knowledge. So that's what in a simple word we use the simple word coherent. Coherence. So it is a stock largely resulting from the flow, inputs of information. It is the basis for action. So these are all the characteristics of knowledge. So the last thing is the wisdom. The last thing is wisdom. Wisdom is the distilled and integrated knowledge and understanding. It is the most precious human capital in all developmental process. So it is considered to be the greatest of all things. It is considered to be the greatest of all the product of human mind. So that's what it is kept at the end. So it terminated. It comes after knowledge. It should be noted that it is something precious. It is distilled. What do you mean by distilled? Distilled in the sense something pure, something refined, something extracted. So wisdom is extracted. Wisdom is refined. Wisdom is most precious. It is an asset for human being. So I wind up that. I hope you have understood all these concepts. That's wisdom, knowledge, information, and data. This is very important from the examination point of view. The concept understanding is very important. Thank you.